Day number 11 of 365. We are reading the Bible in chronological order from start to finish. We're taking a year to do it, and that way we can read a little bit of the Bible every day. And we usually start out with this little daily devotional book. I don't know why that's so tall up there. There we go. We usually start with our little daily devotional book, and today is April 17th, so we are going to read that one. The title of it is Insufficient Funds. People who cannot do any work that will make them right with God. Romans 4:5. If Christ had not covered us with his grace, each of us would be overdrawn on our heavenly bank account. When it comes to goodness, we would have insufficient funds, inadequate holiness. God requires a certain balance of virtue in our account, and it's more than any of us alone has. Our holiness account shows insufficient funds, and only the holy will see the Lord. What can we do? We could try making a few deposits. Maybe if I wave at the neighbor, or compliment my husband, or go to church next Sunday, I'll get caught up. But how do you know when you've made enough? If you're trying to justify your own statement, forget ever having peace. You are trying to justify an account you can't justify. It is God who justifies. Romans 8:33. And then it's signed with the great house of God. Okie dokie. All right, for day 11, we have chapters 33 through 36 of Genesis. Now this, I think it's chapter 36, has a lot of the sons of and listing a whole bunch of names. So you guys are going to read through that on your own time, because I'm not even going to attempt to try these names. It would take forever for us to read that, or for me to read that to you guys. So I'll let you guys know. All right, chapter 33. Oh, also, the name Esau that I've been saying, I've been informed that I've been saying it wrong, which I figured was going to happen. So thank you very much for that. That's what I want. It's apparently Esau. Let me know if I'm saying it right. Esau. So that's what we're going to use. All right, chapter 33. Jacob meets Esau. Jacob looked up, and there was Esau, coming with his 400 men. So he divided the children among Leah, Rachel, and the two maidservants. He put the maidservants and their children in front, Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph in the rear. He himself went on ahead and bowed down to the ground 7 times as he approached his brother. But Esau ran to meet Jacob and embraced him. He threw his arms around his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Then Esau looked up and saw the women and children. Who are these with you? He asked. Jacob answered, They are the children God has graciously given you, servant. Then the maidservants and their children approached and bowed down. Next, Leah and her children came and bowed down. Last of all came Joseph and Rachel, and they too bowed down. Esau asked, What do you mean by all these droves I meet? To find favor in your eyes, my lord, he said. But Esau said, I already have plenty. My brother, keep what you have for yourself. No, please, said Jacob, if I have found favor in your eyes, accept this gift from me. For to see your face is like seeing the face of God. Now that you have received me favorably, please accept the present that I have brought to you. For God has been gracious to me, and I have all I need. And because Jacob insisted, Esau accepted it. Then Esau said, Let us be on our way, I'll accompany you. But Jacob said to him, My Lord knows that the children are tender and that I must care for the ewes and cows that are nursing their young. If they are driven hard just one day, all the animals will die. So let my Lord go on ahead of his servant while I move along slowly at the pace of the droves behind me and that of the children until I come to my Lord in Seir. Esau said, Then let me leave some of my men with you. But why do that? Jacob asked. Just let me find favor in the eyes of my Lord. So that day Esau started on his way back to Seir. Jacob, however, went to Succoth, where he had built a place for himself and made shelters for his livestock. That is why the place is called Succoth. After Jacob came from Paddan Aram, he arrived safely at the city of Shechem in Canaan and camped within the sight of the city. For 100 pieces of silver he brought from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, the plot of ground where he pitched his tent. There he set up an altar, and he called it El Elhoi Israel. All right, chapter 34. Now Dinah, the daughter of Leah, had born to Jacob. Oh, no, wait. Now Dinah, the daughter Leah had born to Jacob, went out to visit the women of the land. When Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite, the ruler of that area, saw her, he took her and violated her. His heart was drawn to Dinah, daughter of Jacob, and he loved the girl and spoke tenderly to her. And Shechem said to his father Hamor, "Get me this girl as my wife." When Jacob heard that his daughter Dinah had been defiled, his sons were in the fields with his livestock, so he kept quiet about it until they came home. Then Shechem's father Hamor went out to talk with Jacob. Now Jacob's son had come in from the fields as soon as they heard what had happened. They were filled with grief and fury because Shechem had done disgraceful things in Israel by lying with Jacob's daughter, a thing that should not be done. But Hamor said to them, "My son Shechem has his heart set on your daughter. Please give her to him as his wife. Intermarry with us, give us your daughters, and take our daughters for yourselves. You can settle among us. The land is open to you. Live in it, trade in it, and acquire property in it." Then Shechem said to Dinah's father and brothers, "Let me find favor in your eyes, and I will give you whatever you ask. Make the price for the bride and the gift I am to bring as great as you like, and I'll pay whatever you ask me. Only give me the girl as my wife." Because their sister Dinah had been defiled, Jacob's son replied deceitfully as they spoke to Shechem and his father Hamor. They said to them, "We can't do such a thing. We can't give our sister to a man who is not circumcised. That would be a disgrace to us. We will give our consent to you on one condition only, that you become like us by circumcision, all your males. Then we will give you our daughters and take your daughters for ourselves. We'll settle among you and become one people with you. But if you will not agree to be circumcised, we'll take our sister and go." The proposal seemed good to Hamor and his son Shechem. The young man who was the most honored of all his father's household lost no time in doing what they said because he was delighted with Jacob's daughter. So Hamor and his son Shechem went to the gate of their city to speak to their fellow townsmen. "These men are friendly towards us," they said. "Let them live in our land and trade in it. The land has plenty of room for them. We can marry their daughters and they can marry ours, but the men will consent to live with us as one people, only on one condition, that our males be circumcised, as they themselves are. Won't their livestock, their property, and all their other animals become ours? So let us give our consent to them, and they will settle among us." All the men who went out of the city gate agreed with Hamor and his son Shechem, and every male in the city was circumcised. 3 days later, while all of them were still in pain, two of Jacob's sons, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took their swords and attacked the unsuspecting city, killing every male. They put Hamor and his son Shechem to the sword and took Dinah from Shechem's house and left. The son of Jacob came upon the dead bodies and looted the city where the sister had been defiled. They seized their flocks and herds and donkeys and everything else of theirs in the city and out in the fields. They carried off all their wealth and all their women and children, taking as plunder everything in their houses. Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, "You have brought trouble on me by making me a stench to the Canaanites and the Perizzites. The people living in this land. We are few in number, and if they join forces against us and attack me, I and my household will be destroyed." But they replied, "Should he have treated our sister like a prostitute?" Then God said to Jacob, "Go up to Bethel and settle there, and build an altar there to God who appeared to you when you were fleeing from your brother Esau." So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods you have with you, and purify yourselves, and change your clothes. Then come, let us go up to Bethel, where I am to build an altar to God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and who has been with me wherever I have gone." So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods they had had, and the rings in their ears, and Jacob buried them under the oak at Shechem. Then they set out, and the terror of God fell upon the towns all around them, so that no one pursued them. Jacob and all the people with him came to Luz, then in parentheses it says that is Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There he built an altar, and he called the place El Bethel, because it was there that God revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. Now Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died and was buried under the oak below Bethel. So it was named Alan-Bakuth. After Jacob returned to Padan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob. Your name will be Israel." So he named him Israel. And God said to him, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and increase in number. A nation and a community of nations will come from you, and kings will come from your body. The land I give to you, Abraham and Isaac, I will also give to the land I gave to Abraham and Isaac, I will also give to you, and I will give this land to your descendants after you." Then God went up from him at the place where he had talked with them. Jacob set up a stone pillar at the place where God had talked with him, and he poured out a drink offering. He also poured oil on it. Jacob called the place where God had talked to him Bethel. Then they moved on from Bethel while there was still some distance from Ephrath. Rachel began to give birth and had great difficulty. As she was having great difficulty in childbirth, the midwife said to her, "Don't be afraid, for you have another son." As she breathed her last, for she was dying, she named her son Ben-Ani, but his father named him Benjamin. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. Over her tomb, Jacob set up a pillar, and to this day that pillar marks Rachel's tomb. Israel moved on again and pitched his tent beyond Migdal Eder, where Israel was living in that region. Reuben went in and slept with his father's concubine Bilhah, and Israel heard of it. Jacob had 12 sons. The sons of Leah: Reuben, the firstborn of Jacob; Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Okay, this is where it gets to all the names and who they belong to, which is, it kind of makes me want to make a family tree to make it make more sense. It's hard when they change their name too. Like, you're not Jacob anymore, now you're Israel. So we're going to skip that part. You guys can read that because it talks about the sons of Rachel, the sons of Rachel's maidservant, the sons of Leah's maidservant. And it says these were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padan Aram. Jacob came home to his father Isaac in Mamre near Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had stayed. Isaac lived 180 years. Then he breathed his last and died and was gathered to his people, old and full of years. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. Chapter 36. This is the account of Esau, that is Edom. So Esau took his wives from the women of Canaan, Adah, daughter of Elon the Hittite. Here's some more who begot who. Okay. These were sons of Esau. These were the sons of Esau who were born to him in Canaan. Esau took his wives and sons and daughters and all of the members of his household, as well as his livestock and all his other animals and all the goods he had acquired in Canaan, and moved to a land some distance from his brother Jacob. Their possessions were too great for them to remain together. The land where they were staying could not support them both because of their livestock. So Esau settled in the hill country of Seir. This is the account of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in the hill country of Seir. Okay, here we go, some more names. These are the names of Esau's sons. There you go. The sons of Eliphaz. Esau's son Eliphaz also had a concubine named Timnah, who bore him Amalek. These were the grandsons of Esau's wife, Adah. The sons of Reuel, the sons of Esau's wife. These were the chiefs among Esau's descendants. The sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau. Next, the sons of Esau's son Reuel, the sons of Esau's wife Oholibah. These were the sons of Esau, and they were the chiefs. No, these were the sons of Esau, and these were the chiefs. These were the sons of Seir, the Horite. who were living in the region. More names. The sons of Lotan. More names. The sons of Shabal. The sons of Zibeon. The children of Anah. The sons of Dishan. The sons of Ezer. The sons of Dishan. These were the Horite chiefs. These were the Horite chiefs according to their divisions in the land of Seir. These were the kings who reigned in Edom before any Israelite king reigned. Bela, son of Beor, became king of Edom. His son was named Dinhaba. When Bela died, Jacob, son of Zerah, from Basra, succeeded him as king. When Jacob died, so-and-so succeeded him as king. When Hisham died, okay, when Hadad died, when Samlah died, when Shaul died, when Baal-Hanan, son of Akbar, died. These were the chiefs descended from Esau, it's going to take me a minute. Esau, by name, according to the clans and regions. There's some more names. And these were the chiefs of Edom, according to their settlements in the land they occupied. This was Esau, the father of the Edomites. Oh, and then that's it. Chapter 37. All right. Wow. All right, we did day 11. Yay. Moving right along. Thanks for showing up with me. I love you guys. If you want a list of a check mark of days that we do all of these and what we're reading, or if you want the list of how to read the Bible in chronological order, because it's not in the order that it is laid out in the Bible. That is not chronological order. So if you go from BC to AD, it kind of jumps around in the Bible a little bit. That's why we're doing chronologically. So if you're wanting or interested in these papers, let me know. I will print them off, extras, get them to you, figure it out. All right. So we will see you guys tomorrow for day 12. And I hope you guys have a good night. I love you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.